Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. So today we are flying out the Su-25T, but we are also going to talk a little bit about the Su-39, both of them, right? So we have the Su-25BM coming up with the summer event, and a lot of people are asking, where is the R-73 for the Su-25T and the Su-39, and I wanted to do a video about it. If you don't know, Zmin already confirmed that it might be coming in the future, but probably not right now. Things are subject to change, so we will need to wait in a general sense for the R-73 for these aircraft. And the idea was to actually talk about how, or if the actual R-73 is needed for these aircraft, and my opinion on it, and sorry, maybe we can start a discussion with you guys in the comments as well. So the R-73 might feel like it is too much. I'm kind of divided, to be honest, because although yes, I do think that that missile is quite OP to be added right now, I think for this particular aircraft it might be good enough. Because the Su-25s, they're particularly bad in the RB situations, right? RB fights. Because the R-60Ms, yes, they're they're good missiles. I love them. You know, they're fairly okay missiles, as you can see, very, very good. But they're lacking a little bit, right? And people tend to be very, extreme about their opinions with these missiles, to be honest. People will say at the same time that the Su-25T is needing something like the R-73, and people will say that, oh my god, how can Gaijin add an R-73 for the Soviets, even if it's an Su-25 or the BM, right, and not the T, and not add another missile to the game. So it's quite extreme how people are divided with this thing. And to be honest, I don't think it will be that big of a deal, with the R-73 that we have in game right now, with the tests that I did and stuff. It doesn't feel, I mean, it will be the best missile in the game, but I don't feel like it's going to be an OP thing for the Su-25. Of course, if it's added for a MiG-29 or anything like that, yes, of course it will be OP. But for the Su-25, man, I mean, this aircraft is very slow. I was actually recording these gameplays for you guys, and I had, like, I don't know, the whole match of 8-10 minutes, very small matches, but I could only get 2 to 3 minutes of footage each time. Why? Because it takes so much time to actually get near the targets, because when I actually get to them, the match is already over. So it's not a very fun aircraft to actually fly in RB in general, in RB, right? So an R-73 might actually help with just being a little bit more flexible, getting some very interesting kills. And also with that, it might test the waters or even make sure the Gaijin implements the missile correctly, right? Because right now, although it is an amazing missile, it is quite weird. The flight model doesn't seem to be finished. At a certain range or a certain part of the burn there, it just starts wobbling very heavily and it loses a lot of energy, and then it doesn't have a lot of range because of that. And also the IRCCM, I've seen some videos with it, and it doesn't feel like it's a very capable IRCCM, which is odd because it's supposed to be the best IRCCM of the game, even better than the R-27T according to some sources. So I don't know if they're going to add it like some people claim the Magic 2 was added, with kind of a cap in its performance, just for the sake of the balance, so having maybe the right performance of the missile when it's added, but maybe it will only have a very limited IRCCM, so that the missile is not that OP. And then when something like an AIM-9M comes to the game, maybe AM-3s and the proper Magic 2, if you will, when something like this comes to the game, maybe we will have better, a better situation to actually add the R-73 properly. So maybe they're doing something like this. I really don't know, but it might be the thing that they're doing, right? And at the end of the day, man, there are just some, I mean, it will, if they add for the Su-25T, of course it will make a lot of people just play this aircraft more, I think. But at the end of the day, it's very easy to kill it. Even against R-73s, I mean, it's just going to be very, very easy to kill this thing, no matter what. And together with the addition of only 2 missiles, because the Su-25T can only carry 2 of those R-73s, and they take up an inner pylon of the ground pylon, so you will not only be able to only carry 2 R-73s, you would be able to only carry it in a pylon that you normally take air to ground. So we would limit a little bit of the air to ground capabilities of the aircraft. Not by much, but it would. Together with adding the R-60Ms as well in the outer pylon. So we would be able to carry 2 R-73s and 2 R-60Ms at the same time. And even though it might sound a little bit scary, with the current platform, the way that everything is, I mean, I don't think it would change too much. And it would help this aircraft, because not that it needs to be helped, because it is one of the best CAS aircraft in the game. So there is a factor there to be talked about it, but if you ignore that a little bit, it is an aircraft that suffers in 11.3 in air RB. Of course, in ground RB is what is made to be flying, right? But to get to the, I mean, the stock grind is painful if you don't have anything, because you are slow, so you won't be able to get the bases, and with the air to ground capabilities, you will have to basically make yourself a very big target in the middle of the match. So, I don't know, I'm still divided, but I still think that adding just for the Su-25BM would be a wrong choice. I think adding for the Su-25T and maybe the Su-39 would be a better option as well, add for the 3 of the aircraft. I know it feels like too much, but it would actually make sure that we test properly the missile in a not so OP situation. And with that, we can also have additions for other aircraft if it's needed, you know, so slowly making sure that everything is added as it should. So I don't know, this is my opinion. As I said, it feels like it's going to be a very good missile, but in these platforms it doesn't feel that dangerous, it doesn't feel that scary, to be honest. So I don't know, we will need to wait to see how it's implemented, but anyway, I'm eager to know what are your opinions on it, so make sure to subscribe and leave your opinion in the comments, and I see you guys on the next one. So bye guys, see ya, and bye, yeah.